Hello. I thought I'd go ahead and get on a little bit early. And, oh, yes, the moon is out. First, I was afraid, oops, may not be out in time. So, I can see the moon. Let me see. Yes, okay, Karen, I can see, and I can actually see what you wrote. So that's pretty cool. So let me see if I can get this a little closer. Yeah. Well, hi, Karen. It's good to see you. Oh, thank you. It's very sweet of you to. I figure under the full moon we all look great, right? So it's a good way to start things. I have a cedar smudging thing. So a few candles. I like to always start with that to make sure that you have the energies around you for tarot that are the ones that you're looking for. And it's important to have that positive energy. Hello. Oh, hi. Hi, Christina. How you doing? You may call you Chris. So the moon's starting to come up. I can see it over there. Sorry, I'll have to set this up so you have the moon in the background in the future eventually. That'll be cool. I can see the words this time. Oh, help. I have a little trouble reading that far away. That's why when everyone's live, they always go like this. Just have a cedar smudging that I do. I'll have to say that this week has been a very long week for everyone involved, everyone that I am in contact with and know, and it's been, well, it's only Wednesday. We still have half the week to go. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Anyway, it's the start of September, and so I think a lot of people are like, yay, new energies, new feel. In Virgo, all feel like cleaning our houses. Hi. Oh, she's saying hi there. Okay. So, anyway, so this is cool. Thank you guys so much for coming to this, and some of the things that I've been learning lately, the last couple of days, have been about manifestation. And so, you know, I feel like a lot of where I am today, I manifested. I wanted to not be working full time anymore. I wanted to be in a new career. I just didn't have a clue what that would be. I just wanted a big, massive change. I kind of started with moving all the way from California to Albuquerque. So this move, right when I was ready to move, 2 weeks before we were prepared to move out of our house, I broke my leg, my left tibia, and so I was in obviously severe pain from that break, and 3 hours of pain in the ER before they got me in to help me out. So that was pretty crazy. Anyway, so I went through that experience. We managed to get moved over here in a few months and got things started, and I figured everything was going to go right with my leg, and then it turned out that it didn't heal like it was supposed to. And so a year and a half later, I had to have another surgery on my leg, and so that was a pretty crazy time. So all that stuff has happened. Then one thing led to another, and things didn't work out financially with what I was trying to do. So I had to move on. And what I realized today is I still just don't know how to manifest abundance in my life. I just tend to not manifest abundance. So anyway, that's been an interesting and difficult thing to try to figure out how to allow myself to let abundance come into my life. So, is the camera working? Oh, I saw something. Okay, yes, I think so. So anyway, so this week my new mantra is I accept wealth into my life. So we'll see if that makes a difference. So let's see. Oh, we have a third person now. Welcome. Let's see. Do we have a third person? So give it like another minute and we'll get started. So the first thing that I want to do, I'm going to talk in just a minute about, you know, us naming the moon and those kind of things. But I want everyone to kind of get on first. So the first thing I wanted to do is this brand new fairies deck. And so I'm really excited. And so the fairies, I'm going to pull a fairies card. And so let's start with that. And have that be the fairy that is going to teach us some things, come to us, whisper in our ears during this full moon. Okay. The Singer of Healing. It's a 10. So one bad thing about this light. Here. A little bit better. So you can kind of see that it's an angelish looking fairy. So the first thing, hi treasure. So we are, the first thing we were doing is pulling a fairy card. I just got these cards in the deck, in the thing today, in the mail. So I was like, I want to use them. So we're saying, you know, what fairy is going to come, you know, sweeping, whispering in our ear, telling us things during this full moon. And so it's this card here. which is the Singers of Healing. Okay. It looks like ice crystals. Like if they were to sing, it would break. Like if you were to sing really loud, it would break. So let's look at the book, the Fairies Oracle book. And one of my favorite readers uses these a lot. Awakening of Spirit is her name. Okay, so the Singer of Healing has to do with healing of body, mind, and spirit. So, you know, I've heard quite a bit that this particular moon in Pisces is going to have a lot to do with healing. So it's very appropriate that the healing, the Singer of Healing fairy would come to visit us. And so let me just read some of the starter part. This is the Healer's card, and its presence in a reading may speak of healing to be given or of healing to be received. The circumstances and processes of reaching well-being may seem easy, or they may bring great challenges. In either case, we are asked to participate in our own healing as we are strengthened by this singer. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. More usually, this singer speaks of both giving and receiving, because we cannot truly and freely give without receiving. Healing is something that flows through us, not from us, and as such, we are inevitably affected by its passage. Drawing this card tells us both a need and an opportunity for healing ourselves and perhaps others as well. As Warren, one of my teachers, always said, healing is not something you do, it's something you are. Okay, so when we're looking at this, you know, this is really cool actually, because it's kind of funny. I was like, you know, I wonder what our theme should be today, or what this whole discussion should be about. And well, healing. So, and I actually really like that, because this month we're taking a look at healing, cleansing, unblocking the chakra, and that's what I have posted on my Spiritual Rebirth Tarot. And every 3 days I'm going to be posting another tarot reading for that particular chakra. We'll be talking about different things for cleansing during those 3 days, and unblocking. So like there'll be different ways, you know, like one day you're supposed to fast. So I mean, obviously you do like 16-hour fasts and not 24-hour fasts. But you know, it's like you know, you might fast, or you might drink liquids, or you might eat, you know, orange food, or you kind of do these different things to help you focus in on that chakra. So the one that we're doing right now is the Earth Star chakra, which is the earth. And last night, about 1 or 2 o'clock, I woke up and this moon was so bright and beautiful. So I went ahead, I came outside, and I stood out on the ground for a while and just kind of looked up at the moon. So I felt like, okay, that's a grounding, the starting of this grounding of the Earth chakra, Earth Star chakra. So those are the kinds of healings that we're talking about. And the interesting thing about getting attuned with Reiki, you know, the cool thing about it is that you can literally, hi, Paul, good to see you. So as you put your hands really close together with Reiki, you can actually feel the energy, and you can actually feel it like a rubber band. So it's really cool to be attuned to Reiki. But the first step you have to do is you have to practice, and you have to do these chakra cleansing, and then you go to the Reiki number 2, second attunement, which gives you a lot more energy to be able to help people and heal them. So the first step is to heal yourself. So you spend time using the Reiki energy to actually heal yourself. The other thing that I found is that every single day I feel like I have an epiphany. Like I was telling you, the last 2 days, it was that, oh my goodness, I'm not really putting into my life the abundance, the value, the wealth that I really should have, because I think, oh, you know, I shouldn't just, you know, like, I should only have as much money as the poorest person in the world, you know, stuff like that. That's kind of how I've always thought. And as a result, I can have my doctorate and my PhD in dentistry, and yet I can't, my PhD and my master's, and yet in all of that stuff, you know, I can sit destitute. So it really it doesn't have as much to do with how hard you work or what you do, but really the attitude that you have in your life. And so healing my thinking, you know, so that's what this fairy is calling and asking us to do, is to look at healing. So we want to, so this fairy is really cool because it's the healer, and that's what's coming to whisper in our ears during this time. Hi Yvette, good to see you. So what I would like to do is read a little thing about this full moon in Pisces, the corn moon. So we had a little, you know, thing where somebody in our group hopefully would come up with a name for the moon that was better than the corn moon, because I'm like, corn just is, I mean, it's really yummy, but it's not very pretty. So, well, I guess it is, but you know, it's a here or there. Anyway, it could be prettier. So we were talking about it, and Christina came up with a really great one. Awareness of the celestial sea of consciousness. So awareness of the celestial sea of consciousness. So I want to talk about some of those words, and you know what it kind of meant to me, and then you can also have, if you haven't seen it, Christina can send you kind of where she came up with the name. So I won't try to explain all that because she did that in her video, but we will spend a little bit of time on some of those words. But I want to read first about the corn moon in Pisces. A shift from Aquarius to Pisces. So the last full moon was in Aquarius. It's a very heady, thought type place, airy, windy, you know, that kind of thing. So now we're moving into more of a watery feeling. So this moon, especially if your moon is in a water sign, like in Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And my moon is in Aquarius, so that was last time. But some of you, if your moons or if your suns are in, you know, like Pisces, and like I think Christina, she's both Aries and Pisces, so that was nice to be able to see both sides. But anyway, so this Pisces moon, so we shift into that, lends an intuitive and emotional feeling that can run wild, if not grounded. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you see, everything works out. So we're focusing. Oh yes, okay, Yvette. So we're looking at Scorpio moon. So another person that's going to get hit real hard with emotions this week, whether you want to or not. Well, the moon does last for a few days, but here the first two chakra that we're working on cleansing and unblocking are the Earth Star and the base or root chakra. So for this first week, we're going to be working on grounding, which, you know, emotional feeling that can run wild if not grounded. Okay, tap into your strengths and reflect on weaknesses to find balance within. Now, I hadn't really thought of this before. You know, they always say find balance, and there's a lot of different ways to do it. But I was like, a balance between strengths and weaknesses. That totally makes sense. You know, sometimes we think, okay, we have this new way of thinking now. We're going to always think positive, and we're never going to think negative, and everything's going to go wonderful. But we will always have weaknesses in our lives. Like, no matter how long we live, we are going to have weaknesses, right? So, oh, already hit you. Yeah. Okay, so hey, you know, okay, let me finish this. Grounding with water will be especially helpful for balancing emotional. So probably like taking a hot shower, a hot bath, those kind of things. Look back on goals you set for the year, holding gratitude for the progress you've made so far. Okay, so, this full moon helps us adapt to the new normal as all your work adjusting begins to bring in abundance to love, work, and home. So it's good to be focusing on abundance. The signs that are most affected are Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Aquarius for the sun signs. And then it says to write down all that you're ready to release and burn it under the moonlight. So in the next couple of days, if there's some things that you've been wanting to release, go ahead and write those down and burn them. So the emotions have already hit us. Yes. Yeah, actually they did. Yesterday I probably cried under control for an hour and I couldn't figure out why. Well, I kind of knew why, but I shouldn't have. So I guess it happens. Okay, so look back on goals you set for the year, holding gratitude for the progress you've made. So does anybody that's on the channel right now watching have any goals that they set that they're excited that they have been met? So does anybody want to share like something that, you know, something to do with something they're really grateful for a goal that has worked out for them? I think for me, one of my goals was to spend more time with my kids, and that has really happened because my kids don't even get to go to school. So that is a goal that I can be grateful is happening. So does anybody want to type down any goals that you set that you feel like have been happening? Heal how I think, not think so negatively. Cool. Okay. So one of the things you've wanted to do, your goal has been to heal yourself, and we know that you deal with so many things that need to be healed, and to think more positively. And this one book that I've been reading called You Can Heal Yourself talks about every time you start feeling pain or down or whatever, thinking yourself, I'm willing to change, I'm willing to change, I'm willing to change, you know, and then like I release all fear, I release all doubt, I release all anger, I release all whatever you might be feeling at the moment, and try to release all of your feelings. And sometimes that will help a little bit with pain. Let me see if I'm able to make this go down. Oh yeah, good. Okay, so treasure, successful in my job and productive, and I also love the work I'm doing now. Cool. Awesome. So, and you feel like that has worked out for you a little bit? It's definitely, your job may have changed a little bit in the last few months, so hopefully you've been able to be successful in it. Sometimes it's harder with those kind of things. More spiritual awareness. Cool. Well, I think that that's definitely happening, Christina. Yeah, oh good. Karen, you're working on that. Okay, so anyway, I just, those are some really great goals. And what we can do is we can look at those, you know, like you can say, Karen, I'm so happy that I'm working on that. And, oh, you work for a wonderful company. Excellent. So that's a really good start to having things go well. So I think that part of the healing that we have in our lives is sharing with each other. And so that's one of the reasons that we have our Facebook group, is so that we can share with each other. And I've been trying to keep it like mostly girls for now, so that we can kind of all just, you know, share together on things that we might not want to tell the guys. Okay, for now. Oh, you're trying to keep a positive mood at work. Yes, and you know, it's like when we a lot of times if you think to yourself, I'm going to be positive, I'm going to be positive, then you're like, I'm going to be, but you aren't. Or I'll try. You're trying, but you aren't. So what Abraham 6 says a lot of times is, try to imagine what positive feels like. And think about how you feel being positive, and then create that feeling inside yourself. And as you feel more and more positive, you will be positive. So it's like, oh, you're so happy. Why are you happy? Because I'm happy. And they're like, what? And it's like, well, by being happy, I'm happy. Or by being positive, I'm positive. You know, so a lot of times it's the feeling that leads us to the action. You know, it's kind of funny, when I was a small kid, my mother actually studied under a counselor for a while, and her whole philosophy was, your thoughts lead to your feelings, and your feelings lead to your actions. So she mostly worked with inmates in prisons, and she had talked to them about their actions, and she'd say, you know, can you really change your action? And they were like, no. So then we go back and we think, well, can we change our feelings? And then you go back even further and you change your thoughts. And so by changing their thoughts and their way of thinking, they were able to change their actions. So if you think about that, Abraham Hicks says all the time that our beliefs are something that we think over and over and over again. So if you don't like your belief, you have to change your thoughts, and then that will help you change your feelings, which will change your actions. So, yeah, cool. I'm glad you like that. And so that is like the thing that I struggled with this week. Is for a while my feelings were just going all crazy. Fortunately, I had a couple of friends that like talked me down in my thoughts. And once I was able to have better thoughts, then my feelings were under control. So right now, when this moon wants to put our feelings out of control, just ground yourself again with those thoughts that are, the positive thought will lead to the positive action. Okay, so the awareness of the celestial sea of consciousness. So I thought the word consciousness was fun because the group that we have is conscious living, and so it's thinking about how we're living every day and how that is going to how our living is affecting our life. Well, how we're thinking and how we're feeling is affecting our life, and those kind of things. So let's say this moon, what would this moon like us to be conscious of? Or think about? What would this moon want us to think about? So let's look at the tarot. Okay, Ace of Wands. So this moon is asking us to think about new opportunities, especially in the area of our passions. So as we are driving forward, having a greater sense of passion in our lives, the moon is saying this is going to be happening to you, and I want you to take a look and be conscious of these new passions that are coming into your life. Yeah, we were all really struggling with our feelings. Hello. It's good to see all you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so let's ask again, what would the moon like us to be conscious of? So the first thing is a new start, a new idea for some of our passions. So maybe your passion is your children, and so now when they're home all the time, maybe something will come to you this week that will make that so much more fulfilling and meaningful, and that will get a new start. Or for people like Yvette, my friend, who don't have those children, oh, lucky right now, I'll tell you. No, I'm enjoying them, but let's see. What are some of the new things? Well, you're taking class, so there's some new things you're going to learn, but I bet there's some more stuff. So, hi, Holly. It's good to see you. Everyone's saying hi. That's so great. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, so one more thing that the moon would like us to focus on. Conscious. Be conscious of. Aware. Conscious. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, it only has one thing that it picked. Okay, somebody was saying to me the other day, I couldn't understand it. My cards are broken. I used them 5 times and I got the same card. No, that actually means they're not broken, that they actually are talking to you. So, yeah. So, okay. The thing we should be conscious of is the Ace of Wands. So let's pull a few more cards and ask about the Ace of Wands and what it wants us to tell us about that. So this is obviously pretty important since we got it twice. The World, Page of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, Queen of Cups. Underneath is 3 of Swords. So the thing that we don't know about is that some of us watching may have some heartache this week. You know, so many times when we think of heartache, we always think of like, you know, a man or a woman. But there could be so many other things that cause heartaches, like losing our car in a car accident.
Hello.
You know.
Hello.
Okay. So in other words, hi. Just a second. Yes?
Hello.
How are you doing, Daniel?
Good.
Good. What's up? You want something?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you need?
I want to tell you something.
You want to tell me something?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I have to come in there? I'm doing a live with a bunch of people. It's 6 people. Okay? I'll come in. All right. Okay, he got it. Okay. So, you know, yeah, I mean, so a loved one that you've lost. And that continues to be a heartache. My son.
Disgusting. Don't drink that.
So because of this full moon being about emotions, these things are going to be coming up. And so, like I said, it doesn't mean that you're going to break up with somebody. You know, it very like there's other heartaches that happen to us. And so what it's saying is there are going to be some things that'll be coming to the end. That'll be ending, but endings create room for new beginnings, and that's what the Page of Pentacles is about, is a new beginning, especially in something to do with money.
Hello, everyone. My name's
Yes.
Anthony.
Oh, this is Anthony. Yeah?
Yeah, I just wanted to come say hi.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I'll go back inside. Keep on.
That's my oldest son. Good. So I think that there will be some positive things coming in, as some negative. Say hi. I'll see sure and say hi to him. As some, and I think some of those positive things, they will start by us laying here in quiet healing. And so that's kind of the theme of tonight, is the healing. And so this card is all about us laying here and healing. And as we heal, then we're going to be able to express our emotions better. And so I think that this gift that we're being given is an ability to express our emotions in a way that we haven't before. Oh, thank you. So that's pretty cool. So it's a gift of being able to express our emotions in ways that we haven't before. Okay. So the next question that I wanted to ask is the first word. It's kind of, well, it's a little different. Awareness of. So, and that's kind of like the message. So that's kind of all the same. Let me go to, so what I wanted to do was celestial sea. So I thought, that is such a cool thing, because I was thinking, so many times. Thank you. Yes, he is cute. So many times okay, so you might think about heaven, and there's supposed to be a river there, and spanning the river is a tree of life. And so it's kind of like a river flows through it, and there's a tree over it, and the tree has a different kind of fruit every month. And I'll bet you that the river goes somewhere. So I think it goes to the celestial sea. So there's this big, huge celestial sea, and that's where we maybe all come from and go to. Our consciousnesses, our things that we've learned. So we take these things that we've learned here on earth, and we take them back to heaven and put them back in the celestial sea. And maybe it's also kind of like the vortex in some ways. So it's this big holding area that everything is flowing into and flowing out of. And a sea would be stagnant. It would be a stagnant pond if it didn't have an exit and an entrance, right? But also a sea is so big that it's not going to be stagnant. So we know that there's a give and a take. We know that there's tides on seas. They go up and down with the moon. So the oceans or seas pretty busy. And celestial, I think of, heaven, the outer realms, other places other than this earth. Beautiful spiritual things. So let's say, I think that that's probably where this person lives, this singer of healing. So let's see what more the singer of healing wants us to learn about the celestial sea. So tell us something we should learn about the celestial sea. Okay. Don't you love it when people don't say anything? You're like, man, what are they thinking? Okay, the Five of Wands, has to do with like conflict and when you're fighting. But you can I also sometimes think of it in a good sense, like, if you are in a relationship for how many years of your life and you never once disagree with each other, yeah, that's not really a relationship either. So disagreement is an important part of life. So a little bit of disagreement can be a good thing, and you should learn how to talk through that. But in doing that, you should always be able to throw in that little jibe that kind of makes you both laugh, or hit the butt to keep you interested. So you have to always not, the fighting has to be good fighting, but it's still something that happens. And then here they are going on the celestial sea, and they don't know exactly where they're going, but they are moving along toward their goal. And so I think learning how to fight properly is going to help us move toward our goal. And our goal is really to be sitting pretty. This is the King of Pentacles. To be sitting pretty here, to really have the things we need, the things that we value in life, and to be manifesting those in our lives. And then as we do that, we will all come together in the universe, in the collective. And the cool thing about this card that you can't really see is that there's an angel right here inside the snow. And so, this universe has to do with connecting to the higher realm. And so, by, learning how to fight properly and moving forward in your life, finding a much better, more mature position, will be able to bring the whole collective together. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we didn't talk about it. So, oh well. But that's not really always needed, right? And doesn't this look like a celestial sea? Like there's water here. There. You can see out like all around, and there's water inside here. So there's the celestial sea. And this is the universe, is that bringing together of all of the energies of the universe, and then letting them flow out to all of us. And then the thing that we don't think about is the Seven of Cups. So a lot of opportunities will come. You kind of need to pick one and go for it. And this Knight of Wands, goes nicely with that Ace of Wands. And so as we grab onto that thing that's being offered to us as that thing that will really give us a better sense of ourselves and our emotions, as we move toward that, it moves us toward my favorite card of all, which is the Ten of Cups, which is the ultimate happiness card. And I love this one, where they're together, they're kissing, they're happy in front of a beautiful setting and a rainbow. And so, pick the thing, and you're gonna pick the right thing. I know that you're gonna pick the right thing, because it's gonna be the thing that will just throw you into that passion that you've been seeking. So I want to pull a couple cards for the Seven of Cups. So why is the Seven of Cups here? cool. Treasure, thank you. That's really neat, even having this conversation. Okay, so we're going to look at the Seven of Cups. So it's all these opportunities that might be, and you've got to pick one. It's like, oh, how do we pick? Okay, so let's say, give us direction on picking the right cup. So give us direction for picking the right cup. Give us direction. Sometimes if you don't ask the card a specific enough question, you'll get any answer. Okay, give us direction for picking the right cup. Okay, oh my goodness. The same card, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. So it's that thing that truly gets you inside with passion. Just moves you forward with passion. You don't even care what's around you. It's just a thing you feel passionate about. And the next one is, oh my goodness, the Five of Wands. The the thing that will help you learn how to fight well. And then moving into the King of Wands, so that the maturity within those things that you are very passionate about, and also could be a fire sign person, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Okay, and so underneath for picking the right cup is also the Ace of Cups. So it's both something that you're passionate about and that you have a strong love and emotional tie to, and something that would lead you to being the King of Cups, which is very mature in his feelings and learning how to mature in our feelings. So isn't it all about manifesting? So like I was telling you at the beginning, I've got a lot to learn. I think I've only started to begin to realize what that actually means, but just keep listening to Abraham Hicks and all the other ones that are talking about it, and keep saying words in your head that you know are those positive things that you're supposed to be thinking. So let's do this. Let's end with our animal spirit for the week. Now remember, we're doing the chakra cleansing all this week, or this whole month. And so for the next three, today and the next 2 days are the Earth Star chakra, which is 6 inches below your feet. And so we're working on cleansing that, and then we'll do the root chakra next. And so that's in a really important aspect. So, oh, I have another person come. 7 now. So welcome. So I'd like to end with a animal card. And so if you see that animal in the wild this week, know that this whole message is being brought to you in some way, and also the message of the animal. So let's see what that is. Show us clearly. Hi! Oh, it's so good to see you. Hello. Janine, yes. Yes, I love your name. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So all the way from very far away, huh? Okay. All right. It is the peacock. Cool. If you see the peacock in the wild, let me know. Okay. It is Let It Shine. So that it looks a lot like our first card, the Fairy of Healing, that lives in the celestial sea. And that if she actually does sing, that she will split into a million pieces, but maybe that's what she does. She sends that healing energy through the whole universe. I wish you could see this better. Maybe there. Okay, you can see that a little bit. See how she just looks like she's a million shards. They're just gonna go out and heal the whole world. So, and that's what at Spiritual Rebirth Tarot, that's what our message is, that we're raising the vibration of the planet through helping souls that are awakening to really find their life calling and their path. Okay, so let us shine. So throughout this next month, as the moon shines very warmly each night, and it's actually a really shiny moon. You can't even take a picture of it. It's got shininess everywhere. So let us shine in your heart, in your life, and for other people. So thank you so much. It was so great to have some new people for me here. I really, really appreciate it. Just feel so blessed being with so many people in my soul family that a couple of months ago I didn't know. Oh, cool. You keep seeing peacock lately. That's awesome. So, what number is it? Let me see. 46. So it's a 10, which is a 1. A 1 and a 0, beginning to the end. So, as we end this evening, is there anything that somebody wants to say to each other? And we shall head out for the night and sleep well. No problem. Love you all too. Thank you. And my children say good night. And where's my dog? Coo Bear. Coo Bear. Coo Bear. Come on. Come on. Come on. You see her? All right, and our addition to the family recently, who's sent from heaven. So, okay, well, take care, you guys, and we'll see you at the new moon.